Hello and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agonwa. One of the core values of the NYSC is national integration, to build a cohesive and indivisible country where we all embrace unity in diversity. On today's episode, we will be bringing you two success stories of ex-corps members who have fully integrated into their host communities. A truly interesting episode. You don't want to miss this one. We will be right back. NYSC Tidbit. Acting Director General, NYSC, thumbs up camp clinics feeding system for corps members. The Acting Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Mrs. Christy Ifeinwa Uba, has lauded the quality of healthcare services being offered corps members at the various orientation camps nationwide. She said the synergy with the National Health Insurance Agency, including the presence of medical personnel from tertiary health institutions at the NYSC orientation camps across the country, is yielding positive results. Uba stated this during her visit to the NYSC Gombe State Orientation Camp in Amada, where she was conducted round the camp on inspection of facilities by the state coordinator, Mrs. Ada Imoni. Avoid unnecessary journey. Acting DG warns corps members. Corps members have been warned to avoid unnecessary journeys but obtain approval from the NYSC if it becomes necessary for them to travel during the service year. Camp members have been warned to avoid unnecessary journeys but obtain approval from the NYSC if it becomes necessary for them to travel during the service year. The Acting Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Mrs. Christy Uba, gave the warning while addressing the 2022 Batch C Stream 2 corps members at Sokoto State Orientation Camp in Wamako. She said, any corps member that travels without permission from the NYSC would be sanctioned in line with the NYSC bylaws. Uba also advised corps members to board vehicles from only the designated motorparks and avoid the temptation of boarding vehicles by the roadsides. Speaking further, Uba advised the corps members to use the opportunity of the orientation course to create intertribal relationship that will further promote national unity and integration. Welcome back. We begin today's episode with Muhammed Sanni Umar, an indigene of Kogi State and a graduate of Medical Laboratory Science from the National Veterinary Research Institute in Plateau State. In 1995, he was deployed to Adamawa State for his service year. He finished his service year in 1996 and was retained at the hospital where he served. He served there for an additional 8 years, after which he set up his own clinic, Optimum Clinic, in Yola, Adamawa State. He is married and has built a home for himself in his state of deployment. Let us meet him.
My name is Muhammed Sanni Umar. I am from Kogi State, from Ida local government. I attended my primary secondary school in Makurdi, Benue State. I attended St. Gabriel's College in Makurdi, Benue State. And I gained admission into National Veterinary Research Institute, VOM, Plateau State. At that time, to read medical laboratory sciences. So at that time, the course was usually divided into two. You do a part in the university and then a part in the research institute or a teaching hospital. So I did my first part in University of Jos, and then after that I moved to VOM and finished up my program. I finished in 1994 and I was mobilized in 1995. From the camp, I was posted to a private clinic, Peace Hospital, a clinic owned by an ex-corps member too that decided to stay back. So I served there. I finished my service in 1996, and after that I was retained in Peace Hospital. So I worked in Peace Hospital for additional 8 years, so that's like 9 years in Peace Hospital. Under the sun or in the rain. was a unique place of primary assignment, I must say, because one, maybe the person, the owner of the place, being a core member, understood, the corporate psychology and was able to follow me nicely. And under him, I learned a lot. I put my head down. I learned, even though I was morally okay from my house, but he taught me how to be honest in business. Okay? He taught me leadership, how to coordinate people. He taught me the business itself, how to do the business with the human face, the health business, not just go into health business and skin people alive. No. He taught me to walk away from a work that I'm not supposed to do. He taught me to be in my area of specialization, not to be jumping from here to here. A lot of things he taught me. And I'm happy I imbibed those things and they are working for me. NYSC scheme, the scheme is, I want to believe in my heart of hearts, is the best thing that has happened to this country. It's the best thing. Honestly speaking, even though for NYSC, I won't be in this area. I'd never been to Adamawa State in my life until NYSC brought me here. And while here, after my service here, and I stayed back, and I started my own business. I married here. And the person I married is Fulani. I married a Fulani woman. And by virtue of that marriage, I'm very much at home with the Fulani people. My wife's family are very much at home with the Igala people. My wife picks my mother's call, and the first few seconds, she's speaking Igala with my mom. That's a Fulani woman. And me too, though it's a bit difficult for me, I speak one or two Fulani language. And then, being here, not just the Fulanis, I've met, Adamawa has the diverse culture, you understand? We have over 100 tribes in this state. I've met so many of them. I've interacted with so many of them. In fact, when I entered this state, the first house I stepped my foot into was a Higiman's house from Michika local government. Till today, I hold the position of a first son in that family. That's how it is. We've been like this with that family, plus some other families. I have a friend, one of my closest friends in this state, is an Umbula man from Demsa local government. We are very close. He has followed me to Ida not once, not twice, to my village. And during the reign of the late Atop Igala Alhaji Ali Obaji, that was my uncle, I took him to the palace and he met with the Atop Igala. And he was very happy. And that's, the integration we're talking about. He knows my area, he knows my people. Till tomorrow, the guy sees an Igala man and say, hold on, I have a friend that is Igala, speak with him. He will call me and then we will speak with the Igala person. So he is very much at home with Igala people. And if I say an Umbula man, I'm at home with Umbula people, Umbula man and Umbula people. The Michika people, I tell people, my other name is Tumba. Tumba is a third child. If you're a third born of your family, you are Tumba. And I'm a third born of my family, and I say I'm also Tumba. So my name is Tumba too, If not for NYSC, all this wouldn't happen. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we
serve. The service year is indeed a year of possibilities if you yield yourself to the process. Another exemplary story is of Favour Adeyegbe, the CEO of Dunsi Delight Catering Services. Favour was deployed to Gombe State in 2012, and she was one of the pioneer beneficiaries of the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program, SAID. She keyed into the catering services in-camp SAID training and continued to hone the skill post-camp. She is today established in Gombe State, where she met her husband and is growing a business and a beautiful family. She is also a SAID trainer and has trained over 3,500 corps members over the years. Let us meet her.
Hello viewers, you're welcome to Dunsi Delight Catering Service. My name is Favor Adeyegbe. I'm an ESCOM member and I came for service 2012. Unfortunately, the NYC site started in my set. I'm from Ondo State. Come with me as I tell you more about myself. I've enjoyed staying back in Gombe. Thank God for NYC. Today, this group, they are doing fondant icing, and now they are going to be working on molds, using mold for the border lines of these cakes. And these ones are preparing vegetable salad. For today, you can make it smaller. Make the edges smooth. Make it very smooth. You can press it like this and do it this way. So you press it together like that. Yes, you are doing good. Yes, and this set have buttercream today to do. No problem. It's fine. Okay. You have added your milk to that? Yes. Okay, so these people are doing donuts today. I was pioneer members of the SAID scheme. It was in my set that the SAID scheme started, and my camp was at Malam CD, the permanent orientation camp in Gombe. Wow, experience in camp was wonderful. Though the drilling was there, but we enjoyed it because we never had such experience before. The 21 days was a really wonderful time back then. That was over 10 years ago. We did Manowar, we did SAID classes, we did pets, HIV and AIDS, and a lot of activities in camp. I never knew that there was anything called SAID. So when we came to camp, after a few days in camp, they introduced us to SAID, and I quickly went to food processing because that has been my passion. I wanted to, I never even knew that I was not going to be working with my certificate. I read agric engineering in school, but I had passion for cooking, I just derived joy in making people smile when they have occasion. So I love doing cakes, I love cooking. When I heard that there was going to be SAID in camp, wow, that made staying in camp more interesting for me. That 5 or 6 days we spent doing hands-on training was really a wonderful experience for me. I joined the food processing SAID group and I learned a lot from there also. My parents, my dad especially, my mom, never wanted me to stay back in Gombe because they didn't want me to serve here at all. Because as of that time, the rate of insecurity was high. People were really scared of the Northeast. And I was coming from the West. So it was like, just redeploy, come back after 21 days. But I just had, in my spirit, I wanted to stay back to just serve. But after service, I was retained where I was posted to as a corper. It was a school, an evangel school. I worked there for about 7 years, after which I resigned to start up my own business. Because I had passion, I really wanted to develop the things I have learned. Though Fortunately for me, my mommy was a caterer, and then coming to Gombe, I advanced my skill. I went further to do master classes, and here I am today. I'm the CEO of this company, and I've helped to employ a lot of people. We do indoor and outdoor catering service. We do event management, decorations, we do cakes, we do pastries. We do a lot of things, and also do the training. I've trained about 3,500 core members, both the post-camp training and the in-camp training. And I've also trained indigenous people of Gombe. I think I've trained about 60 of them. Approximately, I've trained about 3,560 people put together. So I've helped to create job opportunities for a lot of people, and I'm fulfilled doing what I do. I'm happy I'm doing what I do. I've not had to go looking for white-collar job. In fact, I'm an employer of labor.
My name is Rejoice Amos, a graduate of public health. I am here in Gombe for NYSC purpose. SAIS program started from my camp, so that is how I met Mommy Dunsi here. And I started the work from January to this time around. The training was amazing and wonderful. She taught me a lot. My coming here enabled me to bake cake. I can bake cake, I can decorate, I can do donuts and to cook. I normally go and practicalize what I learned here at home. So that enabled me to be expert like in all that she has taught me, and by God's willing, I was able to make a lot of money in my service here.
It has been a dream to see myself sit under people who are well experienced to teach me how best to put one or two things together to spice up and make people smile while eating them. I've always seen myself having a big place, a restaurant where people can sit and eat and drink as well. I feel delighted making something that people will eat and they will applaud me for it and they'll be happy. So I'm grateful, and I don't intend to stop here. I'm praying God will help me to raise good capital to make it big and be an employer of my own, to reduce the high rate of unemployment and make people smile.
NYC is not a scam. With my alawi, I bought my oven, I bought my mixer, I bought my cake things. I am doing very well. I make cake. Then when I was not very good, I used to bring my work like this to my madam. I'll give her all the money. She just give me 1,000. But I used to be happy because it was that joy. It gives me joy. I was bringing more work to her. So, but when I was good like this, I bought my mixer, my oven, obajakpa. I used to work at home. I'm doing very well. My alawi finished like last week. This week is a success story to me because this week I got like 2 work, like this cake, and another cake that I'm doing on Saturday. I've delivered the one of yesterday. And that week at least I used to have gain of 2,000, 3,000. It's part of my joy. I can do samosa, I cook, I do egg roll, I do peanuts. Then I do peanut and chin-chin to CDS every Thursday. It has helped me stop begging for urgent 2K. I have my urgent 2K now. I don't beg and I don't need to beg anybody. All I just need is I do weekend programs, like I bake to sell during weekend. So I have my little money. So it's doing me very well.
Within 3 months, I was able to bake. At least I bake cake for my dad's birthday. I bake for my mom's birthday, and I was happy to do that. Then gradually we did meat pie, peanuts, and other things. So, and my fear before, I was scared of maybe after school, after the NYC, what will I be doing since there's no job out there? But at least now the fear is gone. So after service, I know I'm not going to be stranded. I know I have skill that I will be doing. So NYC have done a lot of things for me, and I'm grateful.
By special grace of God, after the NYC, I'm going to establish my business. I want to be self-employed at Nasarawa State, Lafia, preferably. Thank God for the NYC to give me that great opportunity, and I'm privileged to be under her, to train under her.
I love this baking thing, mixing. It has been my joy actually. So here I am, God is faithful. It's 2 months into the class now, and it's really a beautiful experience. Yeah, we're doing beautiful things. Donuts, a lot more, and then outdoor events like going to cater for a wedding. My first experience was beautiful, and then I was dishing swallow soup, everything. I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then we have another one come tomorrow, God's willing, and then we have many more. And don't see catering is going international.
I met my husband 2 years after service here in Gombe, after which we got married. Coincidentally, he also served here in Gombe before me, and he stayed back, he was working, and we met. Somehow, by divine arrangement, we met. Coincidentally, he's from my state. We went back to do our wedding, and we've been happily married.
In the course of our service, she learns skill acquisition, and that has been what has been giving us what we are enjoying today. God has helped us to establish. We have our house, we have our cars, we have many other things. We have our beautiful children, and God has been so faithful. And for now, I'm not deciding to leave because NYC has really done well for me, and I really want to appreciate God for the purpose of NYC. In rating them, I would say they have been up to 95% in my own view, because they have done us well as a core member, and we pray that NYC will live long and they will begin to produce more and more success in the name of Jesus.
NYC will never die. If not for NYC, I never knew anywhere called Gombe in Nigeria. I've never been this part of the country. I came for service here. Thank God for NYC. I met my husband here. So your NYC could actually determine the remaining parts of your year, your life. I've had to meet a lot of people from all over Nigeria. I've trained people of different culture, different ethnic groups, and we flow together. I've trained so many people that are doing well in their different locations. I have Panan, she's doing well. She told me that, Ma, I will never have to look for a job. With what I have learned from you, it's okay for me to, and she's doing well in Maduguri. There's Itel in Taraba. She's doing very, very well. She has her own business of her own also. There's another guy, I've forgotten his name, he's in Jos. He has established a restaurant there in Jos. So I've trained a lot of people that have started also from their grassroots, and they are doing well. In fact, they are employers of labor also where they are. So I thank God for NYC, and I pray that NYC is a pivotal part of what the federal government does, and I don't think it should leave for any reason. The Light Catering Service is a household name in Gombe, and I trust that very soon every of those my core members will be hearing of your testimonies. You are going higher, you are going to be doing good. SAED, core members creating wealth. SAED, core members creating wealth. SAED, we are going to the top.
Simply remarkable how the NYSC has consistently given wings to the dreams of budding core members to thrive. Keep up the good work, Favor. Thank you for staying with us on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. You could always write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. You could also catch us on NYSC TV on TSTV channel 365 and NYSC Radio 88.3 FM. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Inkem Agonwa. Stay safe.